So what I've got here is the Acoustiblok laid out. I took the egg crate material off of the boat. It was a little difficult. It was a cool night, so it was you know, I thought maybe heat would help take it off, but it ended up not being terrible. I took a paint putty knife, and basically you'll see if you take this off on the back, there's a bunch of all this white stuff here is the glue that's on there. And for the most part, it came off pretty easily. You can see a little bit of gouging here. It's not too deep. It maybe looks a little bit worse in the camera than it actually is, as I'm looking at it through the viewfinder. But for the most part, it came off pretty easily. One of the more interesting things I noted was that the piece that goes to the front, this is the fire access port here. This piece is about twice as thick as the other pieces. So if I hold the two up here, it might even be 3 times as thick, really. If I hold these up here for a comparison, you can see there's quite a difference there. It might be 3 times as thick, which tells me that, you know, I think Yamaha thinks that the majority of the sound that comes into the engine, you know, into the front compartment, probably comes from this, the part that faces us. So maybe that's why they have such a thick piece there. It's just a guess on my part, but in any case, these came off fairly easily. Just take your time. It probably took, you know, 20 minutes to get it all off. You'll note on the big piece here, there's a slit. This is where the gas spring goes. You can see this side's a little, again, it looks worse in this video than it actually is, but it's a little torn up. And you can see the glue. But that gas spring, you can turn it to the left. I guess it's, I'm not sure. I guess it's counterclockwise, lefty-loosey. You turn it and it comes off from the top. It'll come out like a screw. You can then just slide this down over top of it and then screw it back in. It wasn't too difficult, but you can see I'm gonna get the large part of the hatch, the forward-facing part of the hatch, and then I took this off as well, the access plate. I'll get to that later, why I took that off and why I'm gonna soundproof that. But I'm not gonna be able to get this long piece here. It's actually longer than the sheet of Acoustiblok, so I guess I'm gonna have to make 2 pieces for that. Maybe if you're more creative than me, you could figure out how to do it with 1. But I've got several sheets of it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it with several sheets. But right now I'm just laying this out. I'm gonna cut it out. I'm gonna basically try to use edges where I can so I don't have to make straight edges. I'm gonna cut it slightly larger than the foam pieces, and we'll go from there.